Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. I am Aditi, and this is a message for whenever this message reaches you, because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum. And so the only time by which we tell time is divine time. Dig what I'm saying? So we have a new deck. Oh, I'm so excited. This is the Rainbow Moon Tarot. And can we just take a moment to get into, look at that, look at that. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Ooh, shiny things. Okay, so let's go ahead and check our spiritual voicemail and see what is what. First up, Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to hit the gates with a clear heart. Ooh. Okay, collective. With the clear hearts. Rooted. This is the Hierophant and Authoritarian, which is the Emperor. Okay. Okay, so not only are we walking in with a clear heart, but we are also clear in where we are spiritually and also where you are physically as it pertains to your ability to tell people what it's going to be. And then we've got Creator and or the Empress, the Two of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. This is a really good place to start this reading. You are enjoying being light of heart, and you are also very solid in your basics as a leader, right? You are moving forward in a very clear direction with the Two of Wands, and you are doing so with love in your heart. Knight of Cups. That's what I'm talking about. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Crystals, Page of Cups, Six of Cups, Four of Cups, Divine and or High Priestess, and the Warden of Wands and or King of Wands. All right. So what I'm seeing here, let's move this up a little bit, and there we go. And let's move that up a little bit so we can see that. Okay. All right, yeah, that looks pretty. Looks pretty good. All right, so standing 10 toes down, trusting in your ability to make good leadership decisions, which is going to translate into some financial gain or an opportunity for financial gain with the Ace of Crystals here. Then you've got the Page of Cups, right? So while the Knight of Cups, loves the world and all of that, the Page of Cups is like, I have a feeling, and I like the feeling. This feeling feels good to me. And it could be fleeting. Could be. It could be long lasting. Who's to say? But right now, feels pretty good. With the Six of Cups coming behind that, the Six of Cups embodies the beauty and the joy of all things that are life, right? If you'll look closely, you'll see that there are some family pictures here. And then you've got, photos or pictures of cups. Usually it's the Six of Cups can be nostalgic, looking on how good it used to be, but also a nod to how good it can be when you have the right people around you. So with the Four of Cups here, there's your hangover card. I call it the hangover card. And here is that ace being handed to our central figure through the clouds, but their focus are on the Three of Cups. So it's maybe looking back on when things were good in the past, not realizing that better times are ahead. It's okay to reminisce every now and again, especially when we've got like a Three of Cups involved, but it's also not very safe for us to stay in the past. If you are forever walking through your life and looking behind you, you're not going to see the road ahead. And then we've got the Divine here or the High Priestess. There's some deep knowledge available to you. Deep secret knowledge available to you, probably in this ace. Please look up and pull yourself away from the earthly pursuit. Pull yourself away from the earthly pursuits. Notice that these three cups are sitting in the earth. This cup is coming up. It seems like it's coming out of thin air. Look up. Look up, look in. With the Divine here. Because there's some inner fire, Warden of Wands, King of Wands. There's some inner fire here that is going to be of use to you. Notice all of the, yes, I see that, but I'm seeing, what's the word I'm looking for? Excess? Excess. Excess. Yeah. The slit on the robe is way high. It takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of courage. It takes a surety in oneself to be able to rock a slit that high. I don't care how you're shaped. It takes a special kind of person to rock this soft pink hair and to have their third eye wide open. Okay, the Warden of Wands, the King of Wands. If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, sugar, let me know. Period. This confidence in who the Warden of Wands is. The Warden of Wands knows who they are, celebrates who they are unabashedly, right? So it could be a challenge to be comfortable in yourself, not only in you being sexy and alluring, but also be sure of yourself as you are digging into these deep and dark secrets, right? Because this is new to you. And while you're looking at, what's great about you and what's great about this, just remember that there has to be a constant looking for spirit in all the things that you do. Even when you're impressing yourself with your new gifts, talents, and achievements. Chancellor of Crystals and or Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Hermit, Two of Crystals, Nine of Crystals, and Six of Daggers. Queen of Pentacles, Chancellor of Crystals. This is someone who is known for being very nurturing, right? They are Big Mama. She's the one that all the kids go to. Anytime you need some extra love, and it doesn't matter how old the kids are either. They could be teeny tiny all the way up to having gray hair. This is the one that you go to when you need real advice, right? Real advice, not real advice. I'm seeing Mrs. Claus actually. Yeah, that's a really good representation, Mrs. Claus. Just someone that you want to be around and sit by the fire and just listen to what they have to say. All right. And perhaps this could be you. Perhaps you are moving into this kind of energy where people are coming to you for advice. People are starting to seek you out for your knowledge, as opposed to you chasing people down and giving it to them. Ouch. Now people are looking to you. And here comes this Seven of Wands. And not everybody that's going to come looking to you for advice is here to actually take it. How many times have you given advice to somebody and then they tell you what they thought? Like it mattered. If you come to somebody for advice, please don't tell them what your thought process is unless they ask you. Because anybody who is giving advice to someone is going to assume that the reason you are seeking information outside yourself is because all of the resources that you had at your disposal have been exhausted. So sometimes people are going to come up to you looking for advice and either tell you what they think or just come up to tell you that you are incorrect, putting you in a very defensive kind of mode, which is what I'm seeing here. Very come at me, bro type of vibe here with the Seven of Wands, which is going to cause a desire to step away from humanity for a while because people are weird. And here's the Hermit. All 6 of their eyes are wide open, got the lantern out. It's just like, look, I need to come back over here and take a minute, get my thoughts together, because I am overstimulated by the world, overstimulated by having to constantly defend myself over the opinions and preconceived notions of other people. And juggling that whole thing, because when you move into a higher way of being, you're going to be exposed to the public, and there's going to be a level of anonymity that is not going to be afforded to you. So juggling this old versus new way of being, being very upfront and out front, and then balancing that with the need to go back and recharge yourself, it's going to be a necessity for you to juggle both of those things, because they are of equal importance. Okay. And we've got the 9 of crystals. This is the looking good, feeling good, smelling good card. So much like that King of Wands back there, there's this element of feeling pretty good about where you are and what you're doing with your life, right? And then here comes the 6 of daggers right behind that. Like, I just want to be in a good place in my life and just chill for a minute. Just let me just breathe. Let me just enjoy these crystals while I have them before somebody else comes in wanting a chunk. All right. Hanged and or the Hangman. Death. Okay. 3 of daggers. 2 of daggers. Okay. Page of Wands. And Strength. So balancing the need to be both public and private with this new way of being. This is a life that you chose, right? Even though things are being turned upside down, this position here is a choice. Let me say that one more time. This position is a choice. It is good to get perspective that is different from your own. It is good to look at things from multiple angles so that you have a full appreciation for the entire situation. The only thing that it's going to do, other than give you a cheap thrill from being upside down, it is also going to give you more information to be able to make an educated decision. You don't just walk into the grocery store and grab the first little piece of produce you see, right? You go and you pick and you examine and you look at them. You look at the underside. You look at the fruits and vegetables that are around it before you make a decision. It's a choice. The same way you look at the situations that come up in our lives. All right, we don't just look at one thing where we're making a decision. Like, for example, let's use something quite mundane. How about a job hunt, right? And you've got multiple job offers for you. And you're going to look at not just the pay, but all of the other things that go into it. How much time are you going to spend commuting? What's the stress level going to be like? What's the work-life balance? What kind of perks do you have associated with it? You're going to look at it from all these different angles before you decide, right? And when you do, when you make that clear decision, here you've got yourself a nice, clear ending and or beginning. End, beginning, all the same, right? With the death card. Here I am on the road again. Here I am up on stage. Here I am on the road again. Here I am. Turn the page. There we go. Page is being turned. You're moving out of who you used to be with this 3 of daggers. We're going to get to that. You're moving from who you used to be into who you are. And they are very, very different. And that's great. With the 3 of daggers, take your time to mourn who you were. Take the time to mourn the life that you once led. As you should. You invested a lot of time and a lot of energy into it. So yes, do that. But know that you have made the choice, 2 of daggers, to make a change, make a transformation. Page of Wands. It's fine. And it's fine to mourn it, as you should. A loss is a loss, and they should be honored. But know that there's this inner strength that's being built while you are going through this and while you're going through these challenges. This resolve that's being built here is going to be that like you have never seen. You're going to be impressed with yourself when all of this winds up transpiring. When you look back at yourself a year from now and you look at all of this that you have come through, you'll be giving yourself a pat on the back for staying the course and moving forward. All right. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me today. And remember, until we meet again, to be good to yourselves and to each other. And I will see you next time. Bye now.